Good morning, everyone. I'm your black friend, James. Oh, you know what? That's right. Today, Mark is going in for surgery. I couldn't load it on my in my slides, but I have it right here on my phone. So, Mark, hope your surgery goes well, and we'll see you soon. But in order to have this as a live interactive show, I have to have somebody else with me. And just so happens we have our fatter, blacker friend. What up, Tyrus?
What's going on, everybody? Good
Oh,
morning. How you
good
doing,
morning.
James?
I'm doing well, man. This is a little different. It is 9 in the morning. And we are doing our Fat and Black show, fatter, blacker edition, but super dark. We're doing the especial, if you will. or what was it? The Negro?
hey,
Especial.
noir. It's darkness.
Darkness Brothers. Oh man. So hey man, I want to thank you for stepping in, bro.
No
Um
problem.
yeah. So look, while we're getting started on this, hey, do me a favor. Tell the people what we do here on this show.
Well, first of all, it is Wednesday morning,
That is correct.
February 2nd.
That is correct.
Currently 9:06 a.m.,
That is correct.
which means this is a live interactive show
Yes, sir.
where we love to talk about the stuff that entertains us.
That is also correct. Because if it wasn't, we probably wouldn't even be doing the show. Hey, we got our first check in here. Brian's checking in. What's up, friends? I'm on my way to work. Yeah.
Did I say this? I said it was February 2nd. I did say that.
Oh,
It's the first.
yes.
My bad, y'all. My
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
I'm a day ahead of time.
I didn't even really pay attention. I was like, okay, whatever you say, bro. But anyways, hey, one of the things, like I said, we're gonna get into the show right now. And we're gonna start. We don't like to do it, but if we're gonna do it, we're gonna start the show off on a sad note.
Yeah.
So we lost a couple actresses actually this past week. So we're gonna go ahead and put those up here. We lost the lovely Miss Annie Wershing this week.
This one kind of cuts hard, bro. She's in a lot of the stuff that I like, and
And actually when I was going back through, and because I was like, why does she look so familiar? If you watched The Runaways,
she was the mom.
Yeah, she was one of the mothers on The Runaways. And then she was
in
also
the
in Timeless.
She was also season of 24 as well.
I thought she did season 7 and 8.
Was she? She was maybe it was. I remember her in 24.
Yeah, she was in 24. I looked up some stuff. It looked like it said she did day 7 and day 8.
Okay.
And then she was also on one of the shows that I really liked called Timeless a couple years back. So
that's the one with that's not the one that they lost power.
It's Time Machine. No, she was also apparently in Revolution too.
Yeah, she was in that. And just going down the line, a little bit later in the show, we're going to be talking about some other shows, and I'll just put it out there. She was the voice actress and motion capture actress for Tess in Last of Us, the video game.
Yeah,
Last of Us. As well as some of her more noticeable work that really cuts for me not being able to see her again. She was the Borg Queen in the Picard series.
Oh, and she also apparently her first appearance as a Borg Queen was it what was that? What was the movie was that?
I don't remember. Was she the Borg Queen in the movies?
Or something, or either that or her first appearance on TV. It said something about like her last appearance and her first appearance, like they're like 25 years apart.
It says she was in Star Trek Enterprise.
Yeah. So
just pulled up her stuff. Yeah, she was in 2002 though.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been a little bit more than they said something like 25 years, but almost 20. I guess it must have been almost 25 years or something like that. Almost, yeah. whatever. But yeah, no, that's a loss. This one also was kind of a shocker to me. Let me get to the next slide here. I forget, my screen is a little weird. But Cindy Williams of
Yeah,
Shirley
Shirley.
fame. Yeah, so
Laverne and Shirley.
we also lost this one. Man, you know what? I didn't realize. I kind of, it's so funny when you like forget, you kind of forget about these people, and then like they pass away, and you're like, oh man, I didn't even, because you haven't really seen much from them recently. So that's another loss. And I don't have a picture of this one, but also my family experienced a loss. My grandmother um, passed away last week, late last week. So I did want to make sure I put that out there. So um, that one hurt. But she was in a lot of pain, so she was able to then she's able to rest now. She doesn't have to be she doesn't have to worry about us anymore. So we're good, so the nice thing is it kind of sucks that it has to be this way, but now this will be the first time, and next week I'll be heading out. I'll be doing the show from Memphis then, but it's one of those things where I will finally meet some of my family that I haven't, one of my cousins I haven't even met. And I will and then I will see other cousins that I haven't seen in decades, and my one of my aunts I haven't seen in decades. So it kind of sucks that it's this way, but at the same time it's also going to be some joyness as well, because the family will finally all be together for the first time, I think, if ever, in a long time. So sad, yes, but good as well.
Well, my best wishes to you and your family.
Oh no, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Like I said, she's now she's able to rest. She was tired and all that good stuff. So now we're at peace. At least I know I'm at peace about it. I feel like my father's at peace about it. So we are good. So we're going to go ahead and move on to some happier. Well, I don't know, happier or what. We're gonna get into some. We talked about it a little bit last week. We're gonna pull it up this week. The Royal Rumble.
All righty, man.
All right. So look, I'm not gonna get into the whole thing, but one, I'm gonna say I was so happy. I was so happy to see Pat McAfee back. I'm a huge Pat McAfee fan on commentary, and so I mean, if he's not on the shows, fine. As long as he's there for pay-per-views, I will be absolutely okay with that. If it's a 3-man team on pay-per-views and he is the third person, I am 100% okay with that. Because honestly, that dude from Raw, the Irish guy from on Raw, he's horrible.
He's just boring, bro.
Yeah. And it's like he basically repeats what Corey says, just less entertaining.
I mean, Pat McAfee is great. I had no idea he was going to be there at the Rumble.
Me neither.
When he showed up, I was like, oh, dude. I'm like, commentary just got that much better.
I was like, yes, it got kicked up a notch. And I was, because I saw the music hit, and I was like, who the hell's music is this? And so then when he came out, I was like, yes.
Because they always should have a comedian on there. Like back in the Attitude Era, the King, Jerry Lawler was the comedian, you know?
Yeah, and he was like, he was like the heel, he was like the heel comedian. It was great. And so Pat McAfee is definitely like, Pat McAfee has become one of my favorite commentators. So I was so happy to see him back. That's for starters. So now we're just gonna jump right into it so we can get in and out of this, because I know a lot of people aren't interested, as we are, but whatever. So we're just gonna talk about the winner of the Men's Royal Rumble, aka the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. I think this was pretty much inevitable.
Here's the thing about this one. For me, it was obvious.
Yeah,
it was obvious. It wasn't a surprise, and we already know that Cody Rhodes is getting a push. He's going to get a push to get the belt. So So I'm sitting there like, yeah, Cody came in at number 30,
Right.
and I'm like, yeah, this guy's gonna win it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was just like I knew he was probably going to win it when they announced that he was going to be in it. Like if they had made it a surprise, I think it would have been a little bit better. Also think if they had put him in a little bit sooner, it would make it a little bit more legitimate. But at the same time, coming in at number 30, he is just coming out of surgery and all that kind of stuff. I mean, 8 months ago, but he was supposed to be out, or I don't even was it 8 months ago? However long ago it was, he was supposed to be out a lot longer. And so for him to be back in this capacity is actually pretty cool. And then having him, and then him actually having his first televised match on non-pay-per-view was also pretty dope on Monday night. So against Finn Balor.
We gotta give a shout out to Gunther though.
Yo, that man went.
That
man went number one.
And
was he number one or number two?
He was number one. Bro.
Yeah, he was number one and went the entire match, bro. Like, I'm not a fan of his whatsoever, but I have mad respect for that dude.
Like towards the end, he was like, my roommate was watching with me, and he actually was like, "This guy is not selling the moves." I'm like, "Yeah, he is going a little stiff," but I'm like, "But you also got to remember, he's been in this match as number one, bro.
He was in there over an hour,
exhausted.
He beat Rey Mysterio's record.
I'm like, he was ready to be done, and when he got the two, he got what was it? It wasn't a tombstone. It was a pedigree. He got a pedigree back to back. And that second pedigree, he was so tired he couldn't even kick his legs out. He went to the pedigree on his knees. But yeah, I got to give him props because he to go that far and then to put Cody over is just I respect that.
Yeah, no. So I mean, shout out to Gunther. But he is, definitely. He's definitely gonna be around for a while, especially if you're able to, sell that, putting this guy over. That's a good deal.
But there really was no surprise in the men's match. It
was a good match. I still don't understand why. I understand that there was, Dominic apparently took out Rey Mysterio, but at the same time, he never even came out, or
he never came out. He had his mask, so that's what they're trying to say, that he had his dad's mask, so his dad wasn't going to come out to show his face. But what cracked me up was it was a dumb gimmick, because you see him walking with the mask, and now he's trying to tear the mask, and he couldn't even tear it.
That was like, not a good look.
And the only thing I really did not like about, I couldn't tell in the men's match was when Xavier Woods and Kofi went out. It looks like Xavier Woods was trying to push the chair over for the Kobe. It looked like a botched move, and I was like, okay, he had his leg up still. We really couldn't.
Yeah, but I don't think he could have recovered from that, though.
I think he really got hurt. I think that was a botched move, and he really got hurt.
Well, I think because on NXT they didn't actually come out. They did a backstage thing, so I don't know if that had anything to do with it as well. So it could be it. It very well could be that he might have got hurt. That's why they did they shot the backstage thing and just showed the top of the body, not the lower body. But we'll see, because I mean that's another NXT's pay-per-view is actually this Saturday as well. But anyways, we're gonna move on, and we're gonna talk about the women's Royal Match winner. And I called this one 100%. I said Rhea Ripley was gonna win this, and that's only because she has been doing huge work. I feel in the past couple months. And then actually the other one that I called, which I was actually even surprised by, because Mark basically was kind of shot it down. He was like, "What surprise?" And I was like, I'd like to see Nia Jax, and he's like, not gonna happen. And
Oh
then
yes,
and then
yes,
Nia Jax
yes.
showed up, and I was like,
Yeah.
yes, yes. I was
I was
I was
slightly
hoping for
disappointed
Naomi.
in this one though.
I was hoping for Naomi, but you know what I was excited about was Rhea Ripley going from number 1 to the end.
But why did Liv Morgan last all the way to the end too, though? Like,
That was
really,
that was a
guys?
little but you know what though? I'm not gonna lie. If you want to talk about most improved in this industry, from my perspective, from when she first got there and she wasn't not on NXT, because I don't even remember her on NXT, but when I saw her on the main roster, and that's when she was with the Riot Squad. And
Yeah.
for her to the distance that she has come since that point is, I mean, it's night and day. I mean, that's a lot of wrestlers, but with her especially, from
Hmm.
just being kind of this like, whatever, you come in, you do some stuff, and you get tossed over the rope, whatever. But but she literally she's improved so much, leaps and bounds over even the past year.
See,
So
I was just a little disappointed in this women's match.
I
Just
was mad how fast Nia got thrown out, and
yeah.
this whole
It
build
was
up for.
the NXT show is what it was.
No, I mean there was only a few of them in there.
Well, when I said the NXT show, I was like, you did have some superstars from NXT,
Mhm.
but the majority of the ladies in the ring were NXT within the last year or two. Like you could tell that the women's division, when it comes to superstars and the old school stars, is struggling a little.
Yeah,
Like when they had, what is it? Was it Royal Rumble last year or the year before, where they were
literally
plucking,
dusting off people.
yeah, like what's her name was in Mickey James, that they just did dirty. Was that, I think she was at Impact or something, and they brought her back. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Kelly Kelly and Mickey James and
Yeah,
Tori Wilson and who
the
was it? Like what's her name? Trish Stratus.
yeah.
So Lita. Oh, that was the year Lita came back too for a minute.
I was happy to see Michelle
Yeah.
McCool come back.
Yo,
Though.
that was actually kind of dope, because I saw her sitting in
Yeah,
the audience, and then like they called her up, and I was like, wait, she's in the audience, bro. Like,
yeah.
what are you doing?
I was like, that was cool, but the show started moving for me when you had all the good ones in there, like when Asuka was in the ring, when
Yo,
Bailey was in the ring, when Becky Lynch was in the ring, and all of a sudden, all of these major, the main card, the main
yeah.
eventers, all of a sudden, boom, 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 they're all out, they're gone, and I'm like, you knocked out all these people that could have had the longevity and carried this match, and you have all the new kids in there, and I'm like,
Hey man, but you know what though? That's the thing, is that if they're gonna move the brand forward, they got to make sure that they unfortunately, I mean, they're gonna have to go younger, bro. I
yeah,
mean, they're still gonna have. They're still Becky Lynch is still gonna be a main eventer. Bailey's gonna still be a main eventer. There's no doubt about that. But like you've got to start pushing some of these younger cats and kittens. Cats and kittens.
mhm,
But yeah, I think with Rhea, she's young, but she's also very seasoned. So I think she'll be good going forward. And
oh
so
yeah,
I'm
oh
very
yeah,
interested. I'm very interested to see what happens.
I hope she wins.
Yeah, me too.
She chose to go against Charlotte Flair, and
Yeah, and
I hope she wins.
I do too, because I'm not a fan of Charlotte Flair. But that's beside the point. Now,
Just the chair heard across the world. Oh man.
Bo,
Where are they
uh,
going to go with this one? Oh my gosh, man.
because Sami Zayn, you dumb fool, you hit the tribal chief with a chair. What? Uh, yeah. So, anyways, that happened. Oh, that was
Why
I
would
was
they
like,
ruin something so good though? Like, what are they talking about doing with him? Because
I
he's
don't.
not. You think they're gonna put the belt on him?
There's no chance, especially after this. Roman is going to smash him. Even if Roman doesn't do it, Solo will do it. Somebody else will do it. But like, yeah, no, this was. Oh my god, and that just the look of disbelief on Roman's face after you see like Kevin Owens is laid out. They took that boy out. That's what you do. That's what happens when you mess with the bloodline. Now you've done mess with the bloodline, and this is what you get for your cost. You laid out. Now,
Yeah.
now the whole thing, you got Jay who left the ring all distraught. Now I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm really waiting for
We gotta look for
Friday night.
Friday.
Oh man. Oh boy.
I
Anyways.
mean, it could go one of two ways. He could probably be like, "Look, I was telling you this entire time, and none of you guys believed me." And
And then I
ooh,
tried, and then I stood up for him. That's what I think it was more about. It was more about a betrayal thing. It felt more of a betrayal than like I told you so type stuff. But either way, we'll see where this one goes.
yeah,
All right. Yeah. All right. I know you're sad, but we got to talk about it.
yeah. You know what?
This was the bracket that it looked like on our way into this past weekend, the AFC and NFC championship games. We had the Bengals and KC. I at that point I said KC, and actually, here's a funny thing: the Bengals actually lost to Kansas City by the same score in the Super Bowl. They lost in the Super Bowl,
No.
23-20.
Look,
And then I think for me, the absolute biggest disappointment, I'm not even a Niner fan, but the biggest disappointment for me was this 30 something to 7, 31-7, I think it was. And on some garbage, like Philadelphia has literally been playing on borrowed. New York shouldn't even been there. Just downright, New York shouldn't have been there, and they
hmm.
beat up New York. But the fact that the Niners, they were so, I mean, everything was on point, and then Brock Purdy gets hurt in this game.
Just because I had in like me and Mark, we were going back and forth about this game, and here's the thing. Yeah, Brock Purdy got hurt. Now you got to remember that he is a third string rookie,
Yeah,
so
no, I understand that.
he was the end of the line. So Josh Johnson did not have the time with the team that he
No,
had,
and that's what
and
I'm saying. And he got hurt.
and I was pointing out I was frustrated in the game because I already said it with Brock Purdy hurt, the Niners aren't going to make it. That's what I said.
Yeah,
And but of course I'm going to continue to watch this game.
right.
Um and then it started becoming apparent to me that it was getting lopsided.
Yeah,
The refs
I heard that. Yeah, I heard some
weren't
refs. I
calling
heard,
down the
yeah,
middle of the line.
yeah, I heard the refs were. This is one of those situations where it can vary. This is the players didn't determine the outcome of this game. The referees did.
It was clear to me that the refs were going to push the Eagles here. And I mean, for instance, the whole catch that really wasn't a catch, and the player that made that catch gets up and starts doing this with his hands and running to the line, and he's signaling to the entire team that I didn't get that. Let's get to the line and make this next play so they can't review it or they can't challenge it. When you see someone doing that, that's an immediate review. The refs didn't review that, and then Kyle Shanahan turned around and said, "Hey, the angle that they gave us, we could not see that." And so there was that part. Like there was just no even regard for a review. But the moment the Eagles are like, "Oh, the ball hit the the wire," the ball hit the wire. They're like, they stop the game and they're like, "We're gonna look for footage of the ball hitting the wire," and they couldn't find any. Then there's a whole bunch of stuff back and forth, but I'll just bring up one more comparison just to prove my point. The part where Niners are already frustrated. They got so many fouls now. Dre Greenlaw is trying to dislodge the ball from one of the Eagles players, and he's punching the ball. He's not punching the player. He's punching the ball. The refs.
Oh, they ejected him for that?
No, they called unnecessary roughness for him. Because they had blew the whistle and he's still punching the ball trying to dislodge it. Now, I don't know if he heard it or not, but Mark was saying, "Oh, it's still justified." I'm like, okay, I'll give you that. But at the same time, Deebo Samuel makes a catch, running down the sideline. He's trying to get out of bounds. The Eagles player grabs him by his face mask, pulls him back inbounds by his face mask. Plays called dead. The whistle's blown. He still has his face mask. He's pulling him around by his face mask.
And now the
refs, they did not throw a flag. The refs now there's like two refs there trying to separate them. Dude still has his face mask. Deebo's just taking it. And finally, the Niners sideline, that's when the sideline runs onto the field. Then the Eagles sideline runs into the field. Still no flag. And then finally, Trent Williams had enough. He had enough. The refs weren't doing nothing. Walks over, grabs the guy, yanks him off of Deebo Samuel, and body slams him. And he gets ejected for it. And I'm sitting there like, refs, if you were doing your job, you would have had the flag the moment the dude grabbed his face mask.
Yeah.
And I think this is retaliation by the refs. My opinion only, because if you go back to the Seattle game, well, the game in Santa Clara with Seattle, there was another player at the end of the play grabbed Deebo Samuel's ankle and tried to injure him intentionally, and there was no flag, and it was obvious he was trying to hurt him. And Kyle Shanahan went on to an interview, and they asked him about that, and he said, "We're not mad that the guy tried to injure Deebo Samuel. We're mad that there was no flag." And so that's, I mean, yeah, you know what? The Niners weren't going to win after Brock Purdy got hurt. He's officially getting Tommy John surgery. He's out for all next season. But I'd rather them lose this game than go all the way to the Super Bowl and lose that. I can't do 3 Super Bowls in a row. I can't do it. But you know what? I really don't want to root for the Eagles, and
I'm not.
I won't. I really don't want to root for Kansas City either, but I still will be watching.
Yeah. But I just got a message from Mark's wife, and it says Mark is done and awake. I'm just waiting for them to wheel him out so he can go home. So he is done. Surgery went well, and so yes, excellent. All right. Well,
best of luck to you, Mark.
Yes, sir. We got this going. So just keep posting stuff. And then so then this is the updated. Oh, hold on. Sorry, man. I just got this whole thing with the 2 screens, but they're not doing well connected. So this is what the Super Bowl looks like. Eagles in Kansas City. Do you have a prediction for us, good sir?
Oh man. I don't like either team, but if I have to go for it, let's just go ahead and give Kansas City another one.
Yep. That's what I'm hoping for as well. Unless the refs decide to skew this one. So we'll see.
And what's funny is whoever wins, a Kelsey's win. So
yeah, a Kelsey will. Yeah. They said this is the first time this has happened in like ever, or at least in a really long time.
Yeah.
Like they had the Harbaugh Bowl a number of years back with the Ravens and the Niners.
And Niners.
Yeah. But yeah, so the Kelsey brothers going head to head. So we'll see how that works. We'll see how it goes down there. But yeah, I'm also saying Kansas City for this one. Yeah. Whew. All right, let's move on. One last football thing. Apparently, Tom Brady has retired for real this time. We'll see if this one sticks, because he also retired last year, and then like 6 months later came back. I mean, listen, I'm telling you right now, the man has he has a contract with Fox or somebody just sitting there waiting for him. So all he has to do is just take it, and he'll be making, like, if not more money, like close to the same amount of money that he was making playing, and he doesn't have to get hit anymore.
Do you think the Niners could convince him to come over?
No, hell no. I mean, they could if they.
I don't want him.
I'm just saying, like, go. You can go now. You can literally go.
Your time is done, bro.
Yo, so actually, funny story. I was watching this thing on. It was a 30 for 30 where Woodson is talking to Tom Brady, and it's about that game.
Tuck rule. He's like, you owe me, is what he said.
That, like, the whole thing with that, I've only seen it once, never saw it again, and it was only in that game. And that, I can tell you right now, that is the reason that I do not like Tom Brady. People tell me it's not Tom Brady's fault, it's the ref's fault. Tom Brady, well, of course you're not gonna stand up and say, oh no, he said in this thing, he said my intention was to pull it back. He never actually pulled it back. Well, he started to pull it back, but it didn't get tucked back into his body. So it was a fumble. And because what did he say? He said, Woodson said, it's not, you cannot make it, you cannot call a play based on intentions. It has to be on what happened. And what happened was he got hit and fumbled the ball. Raiders recovered it, and that changed everything.
NFL politics, man.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, that's it for NFL. Now we're moving on.
All right.
All right. Well, let's talk about some movies that are coming back. Not coming back, but coming up. We have Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Did you see the first one?
Yes, I did.
Your feelings?
I enjoyed the first one.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I could not take it seriously.
Right. It's kind of a joke-ish.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's definitely a family-friendly film. That's what it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
They could take Shazam a lot more serious if they wanted to, but yeah. So it was enjoyable, but at the same time, I didn't think it was worthy of a second movie, but here we are.
Well, kind of knew it was going to happen because it made money, so you know it's going to happen. But I'm actually, you know what? Crazy part is, I'm actually more excited to see Lucy Liu back in the film. It's been a long time, Lucy Liu. I haven't seen you in anything in quite some time.
Man, I mean, Kill Bill was her best.
I don't know.
Kill Bill and Payback. Those are my two favorite Lucy Liu.
I was a Charlie's Angels fan. Honestly, I like the Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, Lucy Liu, Charlie's Angels. But I probably won't see it in theaters. But when it comes to HBO Max, I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah.
But like I said, the first one, it was cute, but I don't know.
Making good, still looking good.
Oh yeah, definitely looking good. Oh, here's James Cameron with another money grab.
Look, I will give him a. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm saying they are now 25th anniversary of Titanic, which actually I saw this movie with my mom, and actually, because like we were out, and she was like, "You want to go see a movie?" And I was like, "Yeah." And like Titanic, all the girls in school had been talking about it, so I was like, whatever. Might as well just see what this is about. Maybe getting the good graces of these girls, but didn't turn
Never
out that
seen
way.
it. I've never seen
I'm sorry. Say that again.
it. I have never seen Titanic. Never seen it.
How, Tyrus? You were
in high school.
You were in high school when this movie came out.
Yes.
How did you not see this film? Because like I said, one of the reasons I saw it is A, I didn't have to pay for it. My mom did. B, like all the girls were talking about this movie. So I was hoping it would do me some good.
Well, I number one was annoyed with Celine Dion.
That song was everywhere.
Everywhere, forever. I had no intentions in watching it in the movie, and when in high school, I really wasn't dating anyone. So the majority of my free time was with my friends that were in ROTC with me, and we were always into the action movies and stuff. So we never went out to watch this movie. And when it came to video, like a year after it came out, I was working.
2 tapes.
Yeah, I was working at Blockbuster Video at the time, and just 2 tapes, nobody rewinds. So you're dealing. You gotta. We can't. We're not allowed to send a movie out that wasn't rewound, and so we had the rewind. We had the rewinding machines.
Yeah,
we did. But imagine having a full wall of Titanic movies, and they are 2 tapes,
right.
And you got to rewind them both. And so now you got frustrated people that want the movie, but we got to rewind it before we can rent it. And so I just got so annoyed. Plus, we had our trailers. You walk into Blockbuster,
yeah,
and you got the trailers going on the TV. So you're in there for about 5-10 minutes. Like in between trailers, there'd be like, music videos from movies and stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
my heart will go on.
Dion, and I'm sitting there listening to this. Celine Dion. That's how I can't even get her name right, man. Wow. Celine Dion was that song was being played. Imagine a 6-hour shift hearing that all day.
Oh no, I can imagine that sounds horrible. I mean,
and
the song itself was one of those that I was like, if I never hear the song again. But every once in a while, it'll come on. I'll be like, oh man, I remember those days.
But I will congratulate him on he is the only producer, I think it is, or show screenwriter or whatever, that has 3 movies that have made $1 billion worldwide.
Yeah.
Now with what was it, Titanic and Avatar 1 and 2.
Yeah. Hold on, let me move this back. Yeah, no. James Cameron, I mean, like, that guy's done spectacular films. I mean, like, you just go back to Terminator films, bro. I mean, I can't wait to see the next Avatar films. Apparently, they're all done, at least for the most part, or at least mostly done. But James Cameron. So he's bringing Titanic back. He said it's in the announcement. It's remastered, 4K, all that kind of stuff. So I might have to recheck this one out. Just
have fun with that.
Nostalgia purposes. Tyrus, I'm telling you, you should maybe go check it out, bro.
Nah, man, we're good.
Just one time it, bro. Just see it, so you can say you've seen
it. We already know she let him go when she said she wasn't going to do that,
bro. That's the thing. I'm still mad about that. Did you remaster that scene so that Jack can survive on the Look, now you get off and stay in the water for a little while, and I'll get on, and then we can switch. It'll keep our energy up. This one, I don't know if did you see Murder Mystery on Netflix, the first one?
No, I didn't.
Oh man. Okay. So Adam Sandler, Jennifer Aniston, great. not like it's not like a spectacular film or anything, but they are funny together. The trailer for the sequel is up on our page. Make sure you go check that out. The second one I'm actually kind of excited about. I thought it was going to be a little bit different because they actually kind of teased at the end of the film there's probably be another one, but because they were on the Orient Express at the end of the film. So basically this is different, but again, same premise. So I'm interested to see what this film has in store for us. And I like these two together. This is like what I think this will be like the third film they've done together, I believe. So I'm actually really interested to see what goes on in this one.
I'll check it out. Oh my gosh, bro. You had to just end. Come on, man.
I'm sorry. I know.
This hurts, bro. This hurts.
I have watched the announcement and they plan on doing films, TV, and animation, and all of them crossing over. Do you know what that says to me? This is bound to fail.
Oh my gosh.
There's too much. They're trying to do too much, and I don't think it's going to work. I respect James Gunn. I do not respect the fact that they are putting this Flash movie out, especially after everything, and him calling it the best, one of the best films he's seen.
Yeah.
I don't understand. He's also apparently using that as a way to reset the DCU. But apparently they're going to keep Shazam, which is already coming out. That's already set. So they're going to keep Shazam, but that's going to be kind of its own side thing. Apparently they're going to keep the Batman, which you didn't really care for, but I actually really liked. But those are going to be like DC Universe, other world or some garbage.
See, are we gonna see Aquaman 2 or not?
Yes, we are getting Aquaman
2. I just hate the fact that there were people that were passionate about this show not about their shows that actually could have saved DC. I mean, Dwayne Johnson being one of them. The screw over of Henry Cavill, that was bad. Gal Gadot, come on, bro.
She brought Wonder Woman back to life.
And one that burns bad is Margot Robbie.
Wait, what? Oh, they screwed her over too?
They're not going forward with Harley Quinn.
Oh, dum-dums.
Mark is up.
Oh, there he is.
How are you feeling, Mark?
He's alive. He's alive.
Yeah, they said that it was said that they weren't moving forward with Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn is one of your biggest, become one of your biggest characters. What do you say?
Like Suicide Squad is gone. See, I liked the first Suicide Squad movie. I loved the second one.
Yes.
And then
I wasn't a fan of the Joker in the first one, but that's beside the point.
John Cena got his own show,
Peacemaker,
and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, Peacemaker was actually a very enjoyable show. Very enjoyable show.
But there hasn't been talk about John Cena yet, though. So,
they did say that it's going to be apparently in the Amanda Waller show that she's going to be working with, I guess, people from the Peacemaker team. So I don't know if it'll involve Peacemaker or not, but
looks like Mark has confirmed. Well, he said Vino, but corrected it to Cena.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to get that up there. Show it.
Says Cena will be back.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
John Cena is hilarious, bro. I don't like. He is absolutely 100% hilarious when it comes down to some of these shows. With Peacemaker, he's great.
I think this whole thing that he's doing is doomed to fail.
It's literally. I mean, look, I understand that you're, and the thing with crossing over animation to live action and stuff like that. I haven't seen it work great in the past.
And the two shows that are successful are being canceled, by the way. Titans.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah, Titans. He's
just to throw that out there. By the way, we already covered that, but yeah,
yeah. Titans is gonna be ended. They're gonna get one more season, and then that's over. And
well, I thought, yeah, well, it was actually kind of canceled anyways, but they brought it back because people actually enjoyed it. But I'm just saying, like DC almost just needs to. I mean, like they stick to the animation stuff. Your animated stuff is amazing. Your film stuff has been lackluster at best. So hey, we'll see. Whatever. Let's move on.
Yep.
All right. Hold on, let's get there. All right, let's move forward. Now, have you watched this show? Because I don't.
I have.
Unfortunately, this is one of those streaming services I don't have, and so I watched like the first episode, and I was intrigued, and then I was like, "Oh, I can't watch anymore."
I have watched. There are 2 seasons out.
Yeah.
And hey, Mark, you have a good one, and best of luck to you, man.
My boy out. Gonna fall asleep.
I'm telling you, he is probably drugged up. Feeling great.
feeling real good.
He's not gonna feel great in a couple hours though when he wakes up.
Nope. Sure won't.
So Picard is a wonderful show.
Okay. I was just more excited to see like all these, people from the original series coming back. I was like, yo, that's money.
So they've and over the course of 2 seasons, they were feeding in people from, as you can see, we have people from, of course, Next Generation, and then we have some folks from Voyager on there. So 7 of 9 there. So over the course of the 2 seasons, it's of course based on Picard. And the first season, they were chasing after, Data has a daughter. Yeah, he is an android, but it was an android made from his likeness.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And she was known as his daughter, and then they found out that there's more than one, and they're going back and forth, and they ended up on the on a distant planet, and where they find basically Data's brother. So the person that Data was modeled after, living on a planet full of androids. And so then the Borg Queen comes into the into the show in the second season, of course played by Annie Wersching.
She wants Picard back.
And she they ended up, I mean, I should throw you my account and show you, but I hate to give spoilers, but it's been out for over a year. Q comes back.
Oh yeah, I heard about something about that.
Q comes back and sends them back to the 90s, and they've trying to figure things out. Whoopi Goldberg comes back, and so now this is going to be the final season of Picard, and as you can see, we get to see now Captain LaForge, which is going to be sweet, and Worf. Those but Beverly Crusher wasn't in the first or second season either, so we get to see see all of them.
Yeah, we'll talk after the show. But If you were a fan of 24, I believe you might end up being a fan of this show if you have Paramount Plus. Kiefer Sutherland's back in Rabbit Hole. I watched the trailer for this and I was like, oh, okay.
It looks interesting.
I've
Still
seen
don't
now
know what's going on, but
the concept is another one that it's kind of like there was a show, I can't remember if it was called Awake or something like that. Basically, it comes to a point where reality and your mind are skewed. Awake was a show where the guy would fall asleep in one reality, wake up,
in a
and
different one.
but he was dreaming, but
Yeah.
but there would be clues in each one to help him solve the crimes in the other.
Mm-hmm.
So it was actually a good show. This one seems like kind of the same thing. It's he very much is Jack Bauer-esque, but it's with he seems like he might be losing his mind a little bit.
He plays that character well. I mean,
he does, and so I think it's more. I think this is going to be more of a. It's going to be something. If you're going to watch it, you got to watch it because there's going to be twists and turns that you got to pay attention to. Kind of 24,
yeah.
like very very 24-esque. But
I enjoyed 24. I mean, I watched all the seasons, but
did you watch
Designated Survivor was also a good one too.
I didn't watch all of that. I started watching that one. But yeah, no, I watched the couple. I didn't watch all of 24. I did watch the one that came out like after it was a 24 spinoff basically.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one. But yeah, no, I mean, still looking good out here, man. I was like, okay, I see you. I see you. That Jack Bauer workout still going on, huh?
Hey, Kiefer Sutherland don't put his name on anything bad, man. So I'm gonna watch this and I'm going to enjoy it.
Yes. All right. So this is something that you wanted to talk about, so I made sure we got in here. I'm gonna get in here at the end. Because you wanted to talk about it, I did stay up a little bit later last night, or going into this morning, to watch the first 3 episodes that are out now on HBO Plus. As I'm not I have not played this game. I believe it's on. I think I downloaded it or something to play later. I have a lot of games that I've downloaded because I get them for free every month. I believe this is one of them.
It is a good game.
But this show, Pedro Pascal, Pedro
Pascal,
aka Pascal,
Mandalorian,
aka the Mandalorian. Saving another child.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, hey, if you know your part, you can play it all the time. But yeah, so this is actually a really good series. From just the first 3 episodes that I've seen, I'm now kind of really want to get the game to see what that's like. But yeah, let's Tyrus, let's talk about it, because this is something you wanted to talk about, and so we'll go to the next slide, and that's kind of where everything is going right now.
So now,
and here, the wonderful Mr. Nick Offerman.
Nick Offerman,
who looks really weird without a beard on, by the way. I saw a picture of him recently without his beard, and I was like, yo, who is this guy? Yeah. But go ahead, Tyrus, let him know what's up.
All right, so in this show, of course, it is a video game. Zombie apocalypse, for if you guys haven't played the game or heard of anything or watched the show, it's some type of fungus that, you ever seen a video or those nature shows where you see a bug that's dead but it's still crawling around?
Yeah,
because some kind of fungus has attacked its nervous system.
Right.
Same concept, but it's affecting humans.
Right.
So that's what's happening, and it was a global pandemic, and the world pretty much died, post-apocalyptic, except for this one girl is found who was bitten by one of these zombies, is infected, but for some reason is healing. She's not dying or turning. So it's the basic of get this girl to where she has to be so that we can, figure out what's in her so that we can help everybody else and help the world come back.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Now, um, is this TV show sticking to the game? Yes and no. But the reason why I say that is because this game, okay, the show starts off with Nico Parker, which is the daughter,
Uh-huh.
Sarah, Joel's daughter. You see her looking for something to eat, trying to cook her dad breakfast on his birthday. She's going to school. She's hanging out with the neighbors, all that. None of that is in the game,
Yeah.
but it gives you
It gives you backstory. That's
her
yeah.
backstory for you to fall in love with this girl. And I fell in love with her character very quickly. Unfortunately, I know what's going to happen because I played the game.
Yeah, I was
So
like, yo, the disrespect. I mean, like she's if she's not in anything soon, I would be 100% surprised. I would be totally surprised.
they built her up to die, bro.
They need to make sure that they put that young lady into more things, because she was in just even the little time, like basically the first episode, she did a phenomenal job.
Yes. And so the game starts. Okay, so there's one part where she finally goes to bed and then she wakes up to like a loud noise and like an
Yeah.
explosion and everything's happening.
Right.
That's where the game starts, actually.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's where the game starts. And then the whole her coming outside and a zombie coming at her and her dad kills it, gets her in the truck, and the whole truck scene.
Yeah.
All of that happens in the game. So there's one part where you looking out the back of the truck and you see a plane crash.
Yeah.
In the game.
Wow.
The freeway part where everyone's on the freeway and they say, okay, we're going off-road, in the game. And the soldier part, all of that in the game. And so I was like, wow, they are really putting some game footage in here.
Wait, so like the whole thing with his brother and everything too?
Yes, all that's in the game.
Oh, crazy. Okay.
And I was loving it, but then I sit there and notice that they're doing a lot of, they will make the game progress go through in the story, and then they'll stop and give their own little side story some backstory. Now this is where we're coming into the image you see in front of you. That's Frank on the left, Bill on the right.
Now,
Nick,
Bill is in the game, correct?
Yes. Okay. Bill is in the game. See, the thing is, in game, Bill is gay,
right?
But they don't put it out there completely. See, people that know the game know that Joel never met Frank. Okay, so in the scene you see Tess and Joel there with them.
Right.
That scene never happened. This whole love story between the two of them is complete filler. It never happened in the game.
Okay, so I will say I did watch the like the behind the episode or whatever thing that came on after it. And he said this is the biggest departure from the game, because that Bill is in the game. Yes, we know that he had a partner, Frank. Yes. But we never actually see him. And so they said that they went this route to give this story, to just, bring, you have everything going on around you, but everything crazy going on around you. You have this guy who's basically a loner, but finds love in the most odd of times.
Yes, in a zombie apocalypse,
and because he's literally closed himself off, and so he's closed, and so it's kind of there's some metaphoric things going on, like him closing himself off, and him also being gay and being this kind of doomsday prepper. That threw me a little bit. But yeah, no, he and then basically opening himself up, and he says later on in the episode, um along the lines of being alone was easier because now I actually have something to, I have something to care about now, type
Yeah.
deal. So it was really, one of the girls I work with said she watched the episode and was ugly crying, and I was like,
It was a
okay.
beautiful story.
No,
It
it's a very
was.
beautiful story, and the way that I think that the way they did it was very tasteful.
If I did not play the game, I think I would have loved this episode more. But let's just be realistic, guys. This did not happen in the game, and it has a lot. Well, you have the people who live under a rock and can't see love for love, and they're just hating the show because of this.
Oh God.
But I think that for the fact that Bill is in fact gay in the game,
Yeah.
that they just need to go somewhere and sit down, because
Yeah, like,
this was I really appreciate the way they did this, but in the same sense that they did Sarah, and they have the Sarah's scenes didn't happen, but they went back, gave her the whole story, and then brought it back to the game.
yeah.
That is what they should have done, and they did not do that, and that's what has me furious. To let you know what's going on, in the game, Bill actually meets up with Joel and Ellie. They meet up.
Uh-huh.
The one part of the game that made me really, really, really mad is they're looking for Bill, and Joel mentions Bill is known for putting traps around his town area. So you got to be careful because there are traps everywhere. And with him saying that, he opens a door, snare trap, grabs him by the ankle. He's suspended upside down. A refrigerator is the counterweight. Ellie jumps on top of the refrigerator for two reasons. There's a zombie horde coming. And two, she's trying to cut the cord to free Joel, and you're upside down, so your controller's inverted, and there's a zombie horde running at you, and you're waving back and forth trying to shoot them. And you've seen it in the show already when they were in the President's Museum, which does happen in the game as well. You see what they call clickers. They're these zombies that have all the stuff on their face,
Yeah.
so they can't see. So they
Sound.
they didn't explain it to you, but that's that clicking noise. They use that as echolocation.
Echolocation. Okay.
Exactly. That's why they were able to shine the flashlight on his face and he didn't see nothing.
Yeah.
So the clickers are coming at you, and you can't just shoot them. You shoot them and they're a bullet sponge. And so I was getting killed over and over and over again. I actually got so mad I almost broke my controller. That is the scene I was waiting for to happen, and it did not happen. And so in the game, they finally meet up with Bill. Bill saves them from a coming zombie horde. They walk into their house, and they see somebody hanging. It's Frank. That's when Joel says, "Who is that?" Bill says, "That was Frank. He was my partner." And Joel finds we're not going to call it a Dear John letter. It basically, Frank was on his way out. He stole Bill's battery, was putting it in a truck, had some of his guns, and was about to hightail it out of there, but he got bit a few times and he didn't want to turn. So he wrote a "I hate you" letter to Bill and says, "You know what? I've always hated you." And then he hung himself. That is what happened in the game. Now, this story was great. It was beautiful, but they could have had all of this, and just like they did with Sarah, could have brought it back and inserted back into the game, and could have gave them a big blowout and ended it correctly, but they didn't go that route. That's what has me a little disappointed, but still a great
you know
episode.
what? Like I'm not gonna, hearing that that probably would have been money. That would have been dope. But I mean, the way they went, I like the way they. I don't have a problem with it. Of course, like again, I don't have game to reference here, so
Yeah.
um, if I had played the game, yeah, I might be a little upset. But now if I do play the game, I know what's coming, but I won't be upset about it. I mean, I think what they did here, it was cool.
Yeah.
Like they did it in a way, and I think I like the I kind of like the way that they went out kind of together.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm old. I have
So
nothing, and so like the thing we left the window open so the stink wouldn't take over type deal. I
like
was like,
I'm not familiar with Murray Bartlett, who was Frank.
yeah,
I'm not too familiar with him, but seeing Nick Offerman in a role like this, when we're used to seeing him in Parks and Recreation,
yeah.
like he's a comedian, guys, and
So
to
seeing him
see,
play something serious was very. I mean, the scene work in this show in this episode was amazing. I mean, especially because you're really it's two people. It's two people. That is honestly, it's. I think it's harder to do something when you have it's just you. I mean, I go back to I Am Legend with Will Smith when it's just him and the dog.
Mhm.
This is another thing that's hard. It's just you and one other person. You don't have a whole bunch of, you don't have a whole bunch of background working, to work with. It's you. You're carrying everything.
Oh
And
yeah,
so the scene work in this, and this is, my actor coming out, but the scene work in this was 100% phenomenal.
absolutely. And I love how Pedro Pascal and Anna Torv, or Joel and Tess, were supposed to be the main characters in the show, but they were guest or
Yeah,
supporting in this episode.
yeah. I mean, and that you know what that's sign of a great ensemble.
Yes.
That's a sign
So
of a great ensemble. So I'm really interested.
this
You know
show has
what?
already
I
been
will say,
given another. I think they gave them 2 seasons,
oh
two
wow,
two more
yeah.
two more seasons.
I will say, I was super disappointed. And it kind of the part that actually did kind of break my heart was seeing at the yeah, I think it was the end of episode 2 going into episode 3 where you see the dress and the and like the rainbow little bit like look like a baby blanket, and
Yeah,
then that
yeah.
wraps around and you see that it was this mother and her baby, and you're like, yo, that
It,
that that part kind of I was like,
it hits you in the
oh
feels,
my
man. But this
gosh,
is
bro.
what happened, and Joel tried to stop Ellie from seeing this.
Yeah, but she's a teenager, so she's gonna be stubborn, and he knows that, I'm sure. And so, but I that was I man, I'm glad they didn't show me that part. I'm glad they didn't show me that part because that would have made me even more angry.
Yeah.
But no, I mean this was a good episode. I mean, like I said, I know video game fans are gonna, and then you're gonna have those just bigots out there that are gonna hate on it anyways.
Yeah.
Then just don't watch this episode and hope.
Aside from that, I just gotta just say a lot of the gamers don't like Bella Ramsey. I think she's phenomenal. I think
Is it
Bella
because?
Ramsey.
Yeah,
It's
well,
it's the Game of Thrones girl. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
come on, she killed a giant in Game of Thrones. Like, give it a break, guys. Like
And then
Bella
the thing
Ramsey is
is
just
that
fine.
she's, and I think that she's, I mean, she's not because I mean, I guess the game when they made the game, it was more based around, well, her name's Elliot Page. Well, his name is Elliot Page now, but it was more like her. And apparently, there was some controversy that she didn't give them permission to use her likeness or something. And so, like, there was some lawsuit going on there. I'm not 100% sure if that's like
Well,
what happened.
they were, except for like Pedro, but what's her name? Marlene, the leader of the Fireflies.
Yeah.
What's her name? Merle Dandridge. She is the actual voice actor and motion cap actor. from the game.
Nice.
She is the actual one.
Nice. That's
And
cool.
so these games are doing that a lot, where they take the likeness of the actors and stuff, and so
As they
that's
should.
one. But yeah, and special shout out to Anna Torv. Most of you guys will remember her from Fringe. She was Tess in the show.
Yeah.
I really would have loved seeing Annie Wershing as that character, but we all know why.
Yeah.
But all in all, I love the show. I do like that they are diverting a little bit to give more backstory, which gives you great material.
Yeah.
And I like the way that they always double it back when they're progressing the story, and they are, as of now, being faithful to the game.
And that's the thing too, is that I like the giving me the time, giving me the time, showing me the progression of time, so I know what it is. I mean, yeah, they almost don't need to tell you, because you can see basically how things change, but giving me the time. This is what happened then. This is what happened here. Then you're progressing over the years. This is what happened then. This is what happened. So I do like how they've done that in the past couple episodes.
But it's about to take a turn, though, sir.
All right.
It's
no spoilers.
No spoilers, but you got the zombie apocalypse going on right now. There's also another type of threat in this world.
Yeah, I heard. Well, they talk about it.
People.
Yeah. Yeah, they talk about the Raiders, and they actually had a scene. They have that scene in there where these people. He's like, they're gonna come for you in the night, and they're gonna, and oh, they sure did, and and they paid for it.
Oh yeah, so they're not done. You're gonna see more. You're gonna see more of them. And
see, that's the problem. That's the crazy thing, is that you could be going through the worst thing ever, and people are still gonna be people, and horrible people will be horrible people. And sometimes it's not even that they're horrible people, it's just that they're trying to do anything and everything to keep themselves safe.
Mm-hmm. So where they left off in that episode with Joel and
driving
Ellie
off
in the truck, and they put the cassette tape in and everything else.
Yeah.
In the game. So I already know what's gonna happen next, but I'm not gonna tell you. But
yeah,
I love the show. Hopefully you will continue to watch it, because it's a really great show.
I'm not gonna lie. I planned on watching it, but because you wanted to talk about it, I forced myself to, and I was like, oh, okay. Okay, Tyrus with the good suggestions here. All right. So we're
two games, guys.
Yeah,
2 games.
yeah. So we're gonna wrap this up here soon, but I just had one more thing that I wanted to hit on real quick before we do, and that is hold on. It's just trying to learn how to do all this stuff. This weird looking dome thing. This is the MSG Sphere, and it is located right here in beautiful Las Vegas. Now, I've seen this thing. I've watched this thing being built because I can see it from the airport. It's right behind the Venetian. It's this huge dome. When I first saw it, I was like, the hell, are we getting Epcot out here?
That's what it looks like.
And so I was like, what in the world? And so we put this video, actually not we, but Mark posted a video about the sphere. If you can get around the guy's voice, it's rather irritating, but a lot of interesting facts about this thing, and I'm super excited. This is going to be like the next big music venue here in Vegas. LED screens on the outside, LED screens on the inside. This thing, like Tyrus, we were talking about it before the show. He said that looks like a distraction while you're driving, and yeah, we have a lot of distractions in Vegas. So if you're coming into town, be careful. If you live here,
the road, folks.
Yeah, if you live here, you've probably already seen it. So you're like, okay, it's still there. But no, definitely, if tickets aren't too crazily priced, I definitely want to go see something here. but yeah, so this is the Madison Square Garden, their group that owns that. They have this sphere being built now, which should be done. They said it was supposed to be done in 2021, but of course, because of COVID, it was postponed, and so they say it should be done early this year. Which, this is early this year, so hopefully, I haven't looked over there in a minute, but I'm gonna have to look next time and see what the progress looks like.
They're gonna be putting speakers in the floor, bro.
Yeah,
Just
yeah. Watch the video. I mean, because there's hundreds of speakers in this place. There's speakers that they have specially made for that'll be bring sound out of the floorboards. There's gonna be like this huge wraparound screen on the inside. That's just gonna be. I mean, like that's going to. They've been making videos with other filmmakers and the music groups that music videos, things like that. That I mean, it's gonna be a total immersion into this world, which I'm to the music and everything. So I'm really excited to see and hear what comes out of this place. Like I said, I definitely want to see a show there. And but
who
yeah.
puts on good shows? Like good shows.
Oh, I would love to see Justin Timberlake in this place.
I just imagine the graphics
Yeah, I would love to
surrounding
see
you.
like Justin Timberlake in here. I would love to see I would love to I mean Usher has the residency. I'd love to see Usher in something like this. I mean, like any group that comes in here, you're going to have you're going to have to put on a phenomenal show. You know who could probably have a great show in this building would be like the Gorillas.
Oh my god, man. They could use the whole
Whole yeah.
oh my god,
That could be
yeah.
the gorilla.
That
I
would
mean,
be
because
awesome.
that I'm thinking like if the gorillas do something for here, that would be absolutely amazing. Because there's so much they could do in there.
And imagine a big time movie,
Yeah,
like a big movie. Just it's what they say there was 17,000 seats or something in
yeah,
there.
yeah. So I mean,
Like,
like you
oh
could
man.
like that. Whatchamacallit? Like something even like something like the Little Mermaid. It could be totally immersive with the
Oh yeah.
you being under the sea, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, no, should be opening up soon. And hopefully, hopefully it is as amazing as they make it sound. So
Tickets are gonna be expensive.
yeah. But actually they're also in the video, they're also basically making a twin sphere in England. So this is going to be a new entertainment destination. I'm sure there's going to be some little things popping up around it every once in a while. Like I said, they'll probably end up. They said they could do some sporting events in this building, so we could see some UFC fights hailing from this place. We could see some NCAA March Madness type stuff coming from here.
Mhm.
So it'll be interesting to see. So
I just imagine me being a tourist in that area, driving down the freeway, and then all of a sudden I see what's going on in the inside on the outside of the sphere, and I'm like, "Oh, nice!" And then boom.
yeah.
You
Yeah, no. But the thing is, it's not positioned in a place where you can really see it from the freeway. It's like side streets.
Oh, that'd be
So
cool flying in and seeing it too.
yes, that could be very cool. I don't know if it'll be one of those things where they show what's going on inside, but I am sure they will definitely. These are programmable LED screens on the outside too. So yeah, I'm sure there's going to be some very cool stuff going on there as well. So um, yeah, I think that's it for me. That's it on my end. Anything on your end, Tyrus?
No, I'm pretty good. I'm about to get ready to go to work now.
Oh, yay. It's my day off, my first day off. So hey man.
You lucky man.
Yay. Well, you get like well, Sundays and Mondays in my business ooh,
It's
been
booming.
hard.
Yeah.
Been
Yeah.
hard. But I don't know how it is on the bus side, but you're shorter shifts on Sunday, isn't it?
No, so we pick we bid every 3 months on our new runs.
Oh,
And
every 3?
yes.
Dang, we go
So
6, but yeah.
well, we go 3 months on new runs, but at the end of the year we do our general bid, which means we could jump to other districts. So I started off at Shibuya down in San Jose, and I was there for 2 years, and then I jumped ship and went to North Yard, which is in Mountain View. So and I've been there ever since, and I just hit my 10 years. So
Nice. Well,
pension
congratulations.
earned, ladies and gentlemen. Pension
Congratulations.
earned.
I made it.
Yes, sir. So yeah, so we pick every right now. My shift is a 10-hour shift. So
Oh, so you work just 4 of those, or?
I work 4 of those, and on Saturday, I Saturday is my Friday. I want to get in and get out.
Yeah.
So I do a little 8-hour shift in out and enjoy the weekend.
Right. So you work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Dang. So wait, so that Saturday shift is that's all OT?
Yeah.
Dang.
So it's they're 10 hours in change, and it's 8
Yeah.
hours in change. So roughly I'm just under 50 hours a week.
Attaboy.
Yes, sir.
Attaboy.
That's I
Attaboy.
gotta pay for a house, man. Got
Yeah.
to.
I understand. And you're paying California prices.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, man. Well, hey, you get ready for work. Have a wonderful and safe shift. And Mark, feel better. Again, I'm your black friend James.
And I'm your fat and blacker friend, Tyrus. And we will see you guys next week.
And so stay tuned. Check out the page. Anything that we talked about, if you have any comments about it, make sure you post it on there. Other than that, we'll see you guys next week. Peace out.